Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Betha. If this is the first time here, you are most definitely welcome. Please do hit the subscribe button before you leave, and also give this video a very big thumbs up at the end if you enjoyed watching it. Okay, see, I've missed you guys like mad. I know it was just yesterday, just one day that I did not talk to you people. It feels like something is missing, and you guys are not even making it easy for me because you keep sending me messages. Betha, where are you guys? I'm here, okay, but sadly I'm not even here with a lot of gist. Instead, I'm here to ask you people to give me gists. Can somebody explain to me in the comment section what happened between Neo and V last night? Because I don't understand. I saw that V was telling Lilo that she has tried and that it's bad enough that she was the one that came on to Neo and all of that, and she has asked him what the problem was, but he's not ready to talk. But for her, she's going to go to bed, and if he doesn't have the guts to come and sleep on the same bed with her, then she will know that that's it. But if he comes to sleep on the same bed with her, she'll still kiss him good night and still do her duties. I'm like, Oshe, they don't even get duties. But what I don't know is what caused the fight, because on the other hand, after Lilo now went to talk to Neo about the whole thing, she was sitting with Neo and Eric was like, I beg, make that girl go die, Jare, I beg, I've seen her type before, this one, that one. I'm like, Betha, you don't miss. So please, hey Joe, it is your turn. Tell me what happened, okay? Something else that caught my attention last night when I got here was Lilo's diary session. You know, she was crying, and I think what she was telling Biggie was that things were going too fast between she and Eric, this one, that one. And Biggie was like, okay, so what are you going to do about it? I think she now told Biggie that first step she's going to take is to stop sleeping on the same bed with him. You know, she's going to separate herself from him and that one. In my mind, I'm like, story for the gods. Story for the girls. You want to separate after they don't carry you up, you know, pressure you and they kiss you. Now you want to come out for the bed. Come out, let me see. And guys, guess what? As soon as she left the diary room, who did we see her talking to? Eric. Who did we see her laughing with? Eric. Who did we see? I beg, all these things now story. I'm telling you, she cannot even talk to the guy and make complete sense because she's always smiling. Like the boy face, they confuse her. Even when she's upset about something and she's trying to talk to Eric, now so laugh, she go dey laugh. Now so blush, she go dey blush. So all this first thing is to stay away from him. I beg, that thing's not even going to work. But I really don't know what the problems are. I don't know what happened between the both of them. So if you watch the show, if you followed it, guys, I beg. See the way I'm begging you people. Give me gist, okay? Tell me what happened in the comments. It's because I'm missing you people. That's why I decided to turn on this camera, because to be honest, I don't know what's happening on the show, and I think it's going to remain that way for the next 2 days because I've just been out and about. But regardless, I'll try to bring you guys the little bits of information that I have, okay? Anyways, moving on to today being Wednesday, guys. You guys are aware that the housemates are preparing for their Thursday wager task, and it's supposed to be like a circus show. I know some of you are not aware, so I'm telling you. Biggie gave the housemates a task, and it's more of a circus show, so they're going to dance and do all of that fun stuff, cheerleading and stuff. I'm really looking forward to it. But today being Wednesday, Biggie decided to test their brains. You know, in his words, let me just read it out to you guys because I took notes here. Biggie said he was going to give them a game to play that will test their ability to think outside the box. You know, so it's not like their regular games and all of that. This one, they're supposed to think outside the box. And he told the housemates to split themselves into 2 groups. So particularly, he mentioned that there has to be a team leader, there has to be a team name, and there has to be a theme color. Now, one of the groups was headed by Lucy and their color was gray. I didn't really get their theme name. While the second group was headed by Prince, who happens to be the deputy as well, and their theme color was black. Okay, now in Lucy's team, she had Bright, Lilo, V, Tochi, Eric, Praise, Katrina, Dorothy, and Lekon. While for Prince's group here, he had Tricky T, Tolani Badge, Watoni, Kaisha, Neo, Erica, Ozo, Kiddwaya, and Nengi. Now, let me just tell you the rounds of the games that Biggie gave these housemates because I wrote it down. I'm with my notes. I traveled with my notes. Yes, that's how serious I take this job, okay? Anyways, they had 5 rounds to go. Okay, so round 1, arrange your team according to their date of birth in ascending order, just the year and the month, okay? The second round, arrange your team according to their shoe sizes in ascending order. The third one, arrange your team according to their age in ascending order. So for this time, it had to do with their specific ages. Now, the fourth one, arrange your team according to their states of origin in ascending order. Now, the last one was arrange your team according to the number of times they have auditioned for the Big Brother NAIJA show. Now, all these things Biggie asked them to do, he told them that they must not speak, neither must they give their team leader any clue whatsoever. Now, for example, Lucy had to figure out who is 22 years old, who is 23 years old, who is 25 years old, and just place them like that in ascending order. Do you guys get? Now, after everything, according to them, they had equal scores, okay, because the grey team, which is Lucy's team, had 2 points, while the black team also had 2 points. So the perk to the game was that the winning team will not do any house chore for the coming week, so they were really looking forward to it. But the rule also stated that if there was a draw, then of course both of them get to enjoy the benefits and all. So yeah, they were expecting that, oh, for the next week nobody's going to work, nobody's going to do anything. But guess what? Biggie came and busted their bubbles. Let me just tell you what Biggie said. In his words, "You all cheated and you were unruly, so both teams will take turns to clean the house, and the window." I'm like, this Biggie go just one person. So both teams are actually going to take turns to clean the house, and he told them that they were going to share it 2 days each. So grey team would clean for 2 days, then the black team would take over for the next 2 days. Do you get? So that's how they're going to do it. So at the end of the day, we had no winner. Everything they did according to Biggie was rubbish. Okay, anyways, they moved on to having their diary sessions, and to be honest, I did not follow it completely, but I heard when Ozo was telling Biggie about his confusion between Dorothy and Nengi and stuff. I really don't know what he was talking about, but Biggie was now like, Ozo, why are you in this house? Are you here for love, or are you here to win? And he said he was here to win. Biggie now said, okay, if you're here to win, then you have to put your head back into the game. So basically, I think he's having issues figuring out who exactly he wants to be with, because again, I noticed that yesterday him and Nengi, they didn't really talk so much according to what I saw on Twitter, because I was also trying to follow up on Twitter. It almost seemed like they were avoiding one another. I really don't know how true that is, but yeah, that's basically what he told Biggie. Anyways, guys, the major question Biggie was asking them was, how their week has been. How do they feel about the new head of house? And guys, guess what? The housemates are not even having it. Because when Biggie kept on asking them, oh, how do you feel about your new head of house? They all did not really have positive things to say about Lucy, so, and I wasn't surprised, okay? I wasn't surprised at all, because they felt like, oh, she's trying to be really bossy. There's some things that she wanted to say to the housemates before, but now that she has authority, she's trying to do it. For example, she told them that they have to clean everywhere before taking their bath. And they were like, yo, we've been cleaning the house before now. Why do we now have to clean it tipa by fire by force before we take our bath? Knowing fully well that Biggie gives us hot water for just 1 hour immediately after our workout. But now Lucy is saying, oh, immediately after the workout, they will start cleaning. So that obviously means that most of them will not get hot water, because after 1 hour, Biggie is going to turn off the hot water. And a lot of them actually feel like Prince is even doing a better job in terms of coordinating things, in terms of, just reading out the briefs. For them, they feel like even if Lucy reads the brief to them, they still don't really understand. Prince has to be the one to break it down, or more like read it again. And for them, they just don't think that she's good enough to be a leader. They just feel like, she's slow or whatever. And to be honest, I'm not even going to come and sit down here and tell you guys, oh, she's doing a fantastic job, because again, things seemed very smooth when it was Nengi's turn. It's not like they are fighting in the house per se, but then there's just been a lot of side talks and everything. In fact, Bright even mentioned that Katrina and Lucy have been giving preferential treatments to some of the housemates when it comes to food, that he doesn't really understand why. Of course, you guys know that Katrina and Lucy are very close, so they're just people. He mentioned some names. Let me see if I wrote that down. He mentioned that they treat Prince, Ozo, and Neil with a lot of regard when it comes to food, but then when it comes to people like Tochi and the rest of the housemates, they don't really do so much for them. And I think Tolani also mentioned something like that about Katrina. She was like, most times when Katrina cooks and Katrina gives her food, if she doesn't finish it, Katrina is always giving her this look like, why didn't you finish the food, kind of thing. So she was like, you know what, I'm not even going to bother eating the food at all. This actually happened yesterday, and this was actually what caused the confrontation between Katrina and Tolani Badge. Okay, Tolani was explaining to Biggie that yesterday, after Katrina cooked, she went to the kitchen and made eggs for herself. That, to be honest, she did not even know that it was eggs Katrina made. But then after she even made the eggs, that she couldn't eat it, it was some of the other housemates that ate it and all of that. Then she was like, okay, let me just go and eat Katrina's food, so that they will not say I did not eat Katrina's food. That's exactly what she told Biggie. And so for her, when she now went to meet Katrina to ask her for food, Katrina was now like, I thought you just ate. For her, she felt very embarrassed, like, I just ate. So is it not all of us? Is it not all our Betway coins that we contributed to buy the food stuff? So you cannot be asking me if I just ate or not. If I want to eat, you still have to give me food. And that's the basic truth. It's not your father's house. You give everybody food. It's not your money. Do you understand? So she just gave her the food, but then that she always just gives her this look and everything. And I don't know, but for Katrina has come to tell them that she's not going to be cooking for everybody in the house again. I don't know what her reasons were. I just saw that one trending on Twitter. Guys, I don't know. I'm missing a lot from this show. You guys need to bring me up to speed, okay? You need to bring me up to speed, because now I feel like I'm the one at the receiving end. I know a lot of you watch it, so please type it. I will read it. Guys, I almost forgot to mention this part here. During Erica's diary session, Biggie had asked her about her relationship with Lakon and Kiddwaya, and she was like, Biggie, in this house, the person I'm closest to, the person I can have deep conversations with is Lakon. Me and Kiddwaya, we are just there. You know, as far as I'm concerned, we're just here, we're flirting around. You know, there's really nothing. We're just flirting around in this house. And that's that for that. I'm like, hey, you are just flirting around. Wow, like, I mean, I wasn't really expecting that. I know she actually likes Kiddwaya, and I know Kiddwaya likes her, and I feel like for her, she doesn't think that they've gotten there yet, you know, because even when she was having a conversation with Lakon this night, she was telling him that she and Kiddwaya are just flirting around. And I'm like, wow. And people are out here shipping you people, you know, people are already planning your wedding. People are already saying, oh, forget about the show, focus on Kiddwaya, and she's coming out to tell us that they're just flirting around. Guys, at this point, I don't know. And to be honest, yeah, I'm not even shipping anybody again. If you want to be shipped, you ship yourself. If you want to sink, you drown yourself. I can't be bothered. Okay, anyways, I know I mentioned to you guys earlier that the housemates were preparing for their second show tomorrow. So this night they had like their rehearsals. Okay, they were rehearsing and stuff like that, and at some point Praise was like, Kaisha should go to the back for Nengi to come to the front, because she wasn't really getting the steps, you know, the cheerleading steps and everything. And Kaisha is like, no, I'm not going to the back. All you need to tell me is improve. Don't tell me to go to the back. And that's how the rehearsals just ended. Lucy was like, okay, thank you so much everybody, we'll continue tomorrow morning. I'm like, nah, wow. For me, I feel like Praise is just trying to strive for perfection, because he mentioned earlier that once he notices anybody lagging behind, he's going to send the person to the back and bring whoever else that is better to the front. And unfortunately, it was Kaisha. Kaisha wasn't really smiling as much. As a cheerleader, you have to be shine your teeth, okay? But she wasn't really doing that, and she wasn't really getting the steps and everything. But as the babe no hungry go back, now they're the deal. Tomorrow they'll continue their rehearsals, and I don't know, it's as if when they now finish the rehearsals, one spirit now enter the boys, because they collected wigs from the female housemates, wore the wigs. In fact, some of them were putting lipstick. Dorothy was helping them put lipstick and everything, and they were there twerking and, you know, shaking their nyash. I'm like, what is wrong with these guys? It was such a hilarious sight to behold. Kiddwaya was there trying to brush his weaves. Neo was there twerking with his fake bum bum. I think he stuffed his ass with things. You know, he was twerking. As in, all of them just looked really crazy tonight. And I was just like, you know what? This is just a good way to end the night after the small quarrel Praise and Kaisha almost had now. So yeah, I feel like that was just a subtle way to let things slide. And I laughed, okay? If you go on Twitter, you'll see my post, because I actually laughed so hard. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for now, because making this video was a struggle. I don't know what's wrong with my camera. My camera actually fell down yesterday, okay? And since that yesterday, it has been having malaria. Okay, it will come on, it will go off, it will come on, it will go off. And at this point, I cannot even afford a new camera. I'm not even looking to buy one anytime soon. So for the meantime, I'll keep logging on my phone, because there's really nothing I can do. I don't have that kind of money now. Okay, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for not leaving, okay? Because I noticed you people did not leave. Instead, more people are joining us, and I'm really excited about it. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Don't worry, at least in 2-3 days I will be back on track. But regardless, I'm going to bring you guys whatever information I have, okay? Maybe when the malaria goes, it will work. If the malaria does not go, Kanu, we'll bury it, okay? Thank you so much. I love you all so much. I really missed you guys. That's actually why I turned on this phone, because I really wanted to talk to you people. It's not like I had anything to say, but oh well. I love you guys, okay? Bye.